Hey guys, what's up? L7 here, and today I have some updates on the LCube and the N7 So clearly here we have the LCube case. I've just coated it with a light coat of primer just to get out the imperfections on the controls. I've got a little bit to do on the joystick still. We've got a small, very small, not even sure if you can see it, imperfection there, and one that's, might not be able to see right there. It's like right in between the X and Y buttons. But besides that, on the top of the case, we've got the place where the L trigger's going, the vent, and a small cut hole for a SD Gecko, which I'm going to use to run Homebrew. It slides in like that, and it just fell, but obviously it fits, and I will be bondoing it into place, so it will be stationary there. And I do not, I'm not going to be using a lead key for this project. So what I did is I ordered a Xeno mod chip that will allow me to boot Swiss or any other burned game off of a DVD, and that way I don't have to buy SD Media Launcher just to use Homebrew. And I mean, it was like $9. So moving on to the motherboard. Here we have the controller. Clearly I've replaced the heatsink with very thin ones. I'm not sure if I'm going to even keep these on here. I have to do some temperature testing first, and then there's one from the N64. Got power LED, yellow. Got the memory card, BIOS battery. Nothing's changed at all since the last time you saw the motherboard, really. And now moving on to the N7 there we have the front case, which I have not shown yet. It's got a nice glossy finish. You can see some light reflection, and that side's way better with the gloss. You can see the back of the case, and you can see me. But yeah, this setup for the controller was just completely made custom. It's not ripped from a controller, as far as I know, at least. I made it completely by myself, and I didn't bondo controller in there. You can see there's just holes from drill press. There's a headphone jack on the side, and that jack right there is the power jack, which my batteries are here, and this charging jack will be mounted in there. So moving on to the back of the case, here we've got a vent and a hole which will have a serial port in it once the portable is finished, and that serial port will connect to the docking station. Now I'm probably going to make a better looking docking station. I cannot include the player 1 port though, because I'm using a serial port and it's only got 9 connections, and they're exactly enough for the player ports 2, 3, and 4, not 1. I may switch to VGA, I don't know. But anyways, we've got Z, L, and R. Now the reason L is down here is because you don't even use it that much in games. Plus the D-pad's lower, and it'll be better for playing with the D-pad. And then we've got the reset button. The only reason I added that is because it adds full functionality with the 64 drive, which I will be ordering sometime in the future. I've got my crappy cartridge slot hole with the, I'm not sure exactly what I should call it, I guess cartridge holder from the N64. I've got the buttons, the vent. Now to the Mobo, here we've got my heatsink from Bush, and for the reset button I've got a tact switch wired up there. This is temporary, obviously. Cartridge slot, AC power jack, which I will be rewiring because it's obviously 3.3 volt line isn't connected to anything. And we've got the AV in port, well, AV out, whichever you want to call it. And clearly we have a jumper pack in here. This is from Bud. I will be using, if I can find it, my I will be putting in a expansion pack so that all games are compatible, including Donkey Kong, Majora's Mask. Yeah. So it's going to be a relatively basic portal once it's finished. It's going to be quite large too, but it is a personal portable, so I don't mind as much. And I did find my expansion pack, which I have trimmed and tested. It is working. Now, clearly the jumper pack is a lot smaller, probably half the size of the expansion pack, but it won't matter since the case is it's just very, very thick. Just to give you an idea, here's an N64 AC adapter case, and it's probably about, I don't know, 1/3 of these, maybe even 1.5 of them. It's probably not even that, it's probably bigger than that. It's like 1.5 or 2, double these, so it's quite large. It is the same case as the LCube. You can see them side by side, they're the same case, same size, except for one's N64 and one's GameCube. Now, next time I post a video or any pictures, it will most likely be on the LCube because I really have to get working on it. I've got till December 29th at the latest. Right now it's November 16th, so I've got roughly a little more than a month to finish this thing. And I'm going to be working almost as much. I'm going to be working with all my free time on this portable, just so I can finish it in time for my sister's birthday. So yeah, that's all I have right now, and I'll be posting videos or pictures on the LCube later.